cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm colder than Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways.
Boom, boom.
Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay?
Boom, boom.
Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, ESPN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. What you get you see, I'll always be me. What you get you see, I need no ID, I need nothing, no, something roll. I like Kim Rose, I need money rolls, flip it go, see you when I'm old. In a Tesla, still would ride a diesel, I'm not green, no, but the checks was. Now they come in wires, I'm retired off the best ones. I was in the creek, then in the dirt, I lived on both sides. Still was always me, no double life, can't pick the best ones. Friends, they come and go, still are the best ones. Through the lowest lows, and I still got blessed up. I've been running non-stop, I can't rest up. I'll just keep on working till I'm the best up. I've been trying to do right, but getting left much. Slipped and fell a few times, still got my chest up. In the gym, I got my chest up. New Tacovas on my toes, now that the check's up. Giddy up! Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, ESPN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. Look in the mirror just for motivation. I see my past, I see my kids, it gets me motivated. Don't gotta say it, I just know they're hating. Little white boy, tattoos and money, Ben had that motion, baby. I got that motion like the ocean, baby. 9 to 5, then the 5 to 9, yeah, they used to call me crazy. I put that work in, you can't call me lazy. I'm in the light, no pressure never faze me. Got me shining like a diamond, put one on my lady. Only one girl who could call me baby. Vision clear, I used to see it hazy. Vision clear, I could see it now. Every time they try to take me out, back to back, I'm wildin' now. I hit the top and didn't say a word. I hit the top and didn't say a word, and still they never shout me out. This not for you, I'm trying to make me proud. This not for you, I'm trying to make me proud. In the mirror, say it loud. Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, ESPN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Feel like Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? We ready. Been ready. I waited. My turn. On God. Hell steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting.
Get it, people! AERS console, no assist. Race 2 coming your way this evening. Let's lock in. It should be a brilliant one, boys and girls. No running. I hadn't heard from him. I hadn't heard from him. Who ready?
We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who?
What is up, you lovely people? Welcome in. No Grumpy. I don't know if you did hear me while the music was on. I have messaged him, not heard from him. So I will try and touch base with him once he actually messages me once again. But yeah, very much looking forward to this race 2, and what a race one we had. Qualifying was nothing compared to the race result. Very much a mixed bag. If you've seen the race review over on TikTok, you'll have all the information over there. But obviously, we'll have a look at the teams and how they did points-wise in that first race. ETA did really turn up, had an absolutely stellar performance. Really did. It really did look like we had a new team in town. Obviously, SCI being the team of the season last season, Voller was a name that everybody spoke about, but I don't know if views are the same as me. I felt that SCI didn't have the love that they received last season. Now, does this mean there could be something going on in the background? Has Voller just not got on with the game? Are the team going to bounce back with being last season's champions? We can only hope that Bahrain did get a decent result outside the top 10 after all the results finished. And Voller did actually pick up a 5-second time penalty and 1 penalty point in the stewards after the race due to a moment in the race. So, yeah, it was a very mixed bag. It was very weird to see STI not doing as well as what we've seen. Voller did get a 10-second time penalty in the race, which did drop him back a few positions. So maybe he could have done a bit better. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on his return whether he does have it in his locker to potentially put SCI back on that top step. As I said, some other teams we had some really good racing. You know what I mean? The lead for the race was hardly fought. The drivers really did go for it. We had one hell of a stream last week as well. Was absolutely memorable. Will be one that lives on in the memory forever. Last Wednesday, all thanks to Justin and Risk and Oliver and other people that did give them subs. But it's not. I don't. If it repeats itself, it repeats itself. If it doesn't, that doesn't mean that I am going to have a bad stream. I've always said that I do this for the love of it. I love doing comms. I love commentating on racing and seeing how the pace that people have got. So yeah, it is an absolute pleasure, and it was made even better Friday with an absolute great performance by the Ferrari esports team. Once again, GG's to Gregory on that win. But yeah, Robin took qualifying last week. It was a bit of a mixed conditions at Australia regarding weather-wise. It was very fine margins, it looked like, towards the end of qualifying, whether inters or softs were going to be the best. Only 3 drivers attempted softs. I think Fleur was one of them who did manage to get P2 in qualifying. Robin got P1, which was on the inters. So Fleur got pretty close. But yeah, the race result didn't kind of work out their way, dropping from Grace. Robin, good start, but found themselves, I think, outside the points. So yeah, it was a bit of a difficult one for some teams last week. Let's hope that this week really we see a different kind of race. Maybe we see another team come out on top. As we know, circuits can be quite driver dependent, whether they have the drive there or not. So I mean, let's hope that we do see FCI. Yes, Justin, oi, oi, bro, the OG, the big man in the chat. I would just like to answer the questions that were asked prior to the stream starting. And I'm not going to answer the question. All I'm going to say is what I said in the chat. I won't be disrespectful. It wasn't a disrespectful reason why I left comms. But I won't speak about something that is not about this stream. So, lads, like I said, if you do want to know, DM me. Let's not have this discussion in stream. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to enjoy some beautiful racing by the ERS teams that are involved in this tonight. And we will have a look at the drivers lineup. Let's see who's thinking. Sorry, I didn't have it ready up on screen for you like I did for the Friday's race. I will get that sorted where we can hopefully get us like a grid thingy coming up. But let's see who is racing for who here this evening. And for some reason, it won't show me. Ah, there we go. So in for AERT in the Alpine, we've got Caden. Now, Caden, a memorable one for me, sticks out somewhat like a sore thumb, but not in a bad way. Moved to wheel last season, and it was like he took to it like a duck to water. Absolutely brilliant. Just had a week off and then brought the pace straight away on wheel. So let's hope that Caden can really do a job for AERT this evening. He is joined by Cole. Then in for SCI, we've got Emilio and Fede. I think these are 2 new drivers that I've not commentated on for the SCI team. So it's going to be a new venture for me with them. Can they do better than what Voller and Kazizel did? Let's hope so. In for HLR in the Red Bull, we've got Fleur and Lou. In for FVR, it's our and Melwin. Melwin back racing. Be good to see him back in on the track. TRT have got Robin and Max Bricker. Now, obviously, Robin took qualifying this last week. Can they do the same again? ET8, the winners of last week's race, have got Epic Vale and Azem in for them. In for IRT, we've got Ollie and Ward. Ward, again, another driver, standout from last week. Great result for him, P3. You've seen it in his race. He really did think about the strategy about trying to maintain as much tyres as he possibly could, giving himself that distance between himself and the car in front, which really did enable him to go on the attack in that second stint. Just unfortunately, the tyres started dying towards the end, and that pace kind of leveled out, and he couldn't make any more process throughout the grid. In for TRS, we've got Andrea Tarantino and Marco Peniz. In for VMV, we've got Gabza and Leo. In for QDR, we've got Meister Colin and Hector. And in for FRT, we've got Jerome and Speed Demon. So should be a good race here this evening. The team's really going to push. Who's going to come out on top? Sorry, let me just say. I'll answer you after, Mason. So yeah, who's going to come out on top? But let's get into the track info, and then we'll have a look. Who are the ones to beat this week? Obviously, we know it's ET8, but obviously people want to gain some points and see who they may be challenging. But the first Grand Prix was held back in 2004, with the track length being 5.412 kilometers. The lap record is held by Pedro De La Rosa, which he set in the McLaren MP420 back in 2005, which is a 1 minute 31.447. The most pole positions is a shared one at the circuit. It belongs to Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, and Max Verstappen, with Sir Lewis being the only one with the most wins, which was 5. Bit of track trivia for you. Michael Schumacher is the only corner on the circuit with a name, which is turn 1. Safety car probability around 63%, but I think Bahrain's one of them league races, as we've got Bonfo in the chat. How we doing, Bonfo? What's up, brother? Hope you're well. Welcome in to the stream. As I was saying, yeah, safety car probability around 63%. It's quite a wide one in league racing. You don't see many safety cars, to be fair, as we've got Rory in the chat. How we doing, Rory? But then we've got the virtual safety car probability being around 50%. I think that's due to a lot of the corners having a lot of runoff room, and allows them to just do a virtual instead of a full course safety car sometimes here at the circuit. Your pit stop time loss is 22.9 seconds. That includes a 2.5 second stationary stop here at the circuit. The track map doesn't give me the straight line zone, so we will have a look at that once we get on the circuit. It is a circuit that I've not really looked at on the game, I will admit as well. But there are 15 corners here, and I would like to take a stab. I would say, so I'm going to say between turns 13 and 14, between turns 15 and 1, and then I'd go 3 and 4, and 10 and 11 for your straight line modes. We'll have a look at that once we get into the race. We've got Joe, Joe Eep in the chat. How we doing, Joe? Welcome in, brother. Thank you for joining us here on the commentator channel, and if you are over on the AERS channel over on YouTube, how are we doing, fellas? Hope you're well, and I hope you are going to enjoy the race here this evening. So let's have a look at how things line up in the Constructors' Championship. So as you can see, ETA Esports taking the plaudits last week. Mega result from them, P1, P2. And that picks them up a humongous 65 points, already giving them a 31-point lead in the championship. ART in at P2, come on, with International Racing Team in at P3. Tatum Racing Tech in at P4, QDR at P5, HLR in at P6, VMV 7, SCI down in P8. Not something that we're used to seeing compared to last season, as we've got Goat Ghosty. Woo! How we doing, Goat Ghosty? Nice to see you in the chat, brother. We got Future Racing Team down in P10, and FVR really do need a result here this evening. Sat at the bottom with 0 points after round 1. They're going to be hoping for a good result, so they can hopefully climb up that Constructors' Championship. So, yeah, let's get into the game. Let's wait for an invite. And let's hope we have one hell of a race like we have seen. Since we've been doing comms here at AERS, we've seen nothing but great racing, great battling. Yes, we've had safety cars, but what league doesn't? What championship doesn't? It's bound to happen. They're all fighting for glory and fighting for bragging rights. It's one of them. But I take my hat to each and every one of these drivers that turns up and, either sits at the steering wheel or the controller. I'm guessing probably most of these are steering wheel. But yeah, and decide to have a crack at this tremendous competition of teams. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, people. But 21 viewers already, just short to 24. How we all doing? Do not be scared to say hi in the chat. Yeah, and hope you're all enjoying your gifted subs. Thanks to Justin last week. No ads, so enjoy it, people. Enjoy it. But yeah, we've had quite a few followers as well since all this has kind of gone off, and I'd like to again thank each and every one of you for the follows. It's massively appreciated. We're on the road to 700, and I think the way we're going, we'll get there very, very soon. But yeah, very much looking to this Bahrain race. I think I'm sure that SCI had a decent race here last season, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100%. Grumpy's probably going to come in the chat and say, "No, Taz, you're wrong." But I'm sure we did Bahrain. 9 members till 1K members in AERS Discord. Come on, people. If you are not a part of this Discord, AERS, 9 members away. Can you become Mr. 1K at AERS? If you're not a part of it, make sure you join. Absolutely brilliant place. Just had a lobby so bugged. We had a safety car delta that only went up. Christ, Kazua. And how we doing, Kazua? Nice to see you in watching the AERS Championship. Thank you very much for joining us. We didn't do Bahrain this season. See, I told you Grumpy would come and correct me, and I knew he would. But SCI did have a lot of good races early on. I mean, is Australia just a bogey track for them? Was it just a bad night at the office for the defending champions? We'll have to wait and see how this race unfolds. We'll have to just sit and hope for the SCI fans that they can actually make moves. But yeah, did a race review over on my TikTok for tonight. I will be putting one out tomorrow for the PC one. So make sure you have a look at the commentator TikTok channel. It's not even, it's Taz F1 commentator actually. My TikTok. So yeah, go jump along there, have a look, smash that follow button, hit the like, all that nice stuff. Let me know how I did in the chat, if I can improve anything. Open to criticism as always. So yeah, let's move into the lobby. There we go. Sit back and relax. Now people, we are going to be getting underway very, very soon. 18 minutes of qualifying, 29 laps. Don't think we'll see any wet weather. I think we're just going to see a dry session here at Bahrain. And, I mean, when do you not see a dry session at Bahrain, to be fair? But yeah, very interested to see how Caden is adapting to obviously the new game. You know, Melwin as well. I mean, FBR Risk is actually racing for the Ferrari team, so best of luck for Risk. You know, him dashing out gifted subs and everything last week along with the big man Justin. You know, best of luck to him in the race. Top guy, and you know, massively appreciated, massively appreciated. But yeah, Friday was a different animal with just seeing the Ferrari esports team playing the race to a blinder. John knew that he didn't quite have the pace of Gregory, but John knew that Stanislav, the AERT driver, had the pace to potentially keep up with Gregory. But John, I mean, people said, oh, you know, it was a bit boring because John parked the bus, but John did it for the team, and he played the team game that night. Not a lot, you know, Gregory had a nice, easy drive out front while he took all the pressure dealing with being attacked by, like, AERT. Both drivers had a crack at John, trying to get past him, and John just had a stellar defense. Really did help Gregory just dance off into the distance and just have an easy race while he, like I said, dealt with all the overtakes. But probably going to see different drivers this week. Will it be Barry? Will it be Ismail? Will it be Emma? There is another driver that I can't pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try either because I don't want to disrespect them by mispronouncing the name. So I won't even try. Thank you, Reese B, with the follow. Massively appreciated. Welcome in. Numbers are slowly going up to 30 in the views. But if you would like to see the race from Friday, you can jump over to the AERS channel, where you can review it there, or you can review it on my channel. I'm only a couple away from 1K, so I'd be massively appreciated if you could get me to that. I think it's like two views away from 1,000, so it would be appreciated if you've not seen it to go and have a little watch. We got Leon, Justin, want to give some subs yet? Hey, leave Justin alone. It's not what I'm here for, Leon. Like, I do this purely for the love of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the gifts come, they come. That's fair play. But you know, it's not what something I request. Something that should happen on my channel. At the end of the day, I'm here for the pure love of the sport and love of the comms. You got dull last week. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It'll be a nice little thingy for the month, and obviously, thank you to Justin, Risk, and thingy. W chat was W chat. Really, really was. I will be covering console assist tomorrow, full-time AERS commentator now, boys. So we will be covering all the championships here on the commentator channel and the AERS YouTube channel. So yeah, full time now. Strictly AERT. Well, the AERS championship. Grumpy's bitch, basically. In a nutshell. Nah, I'm only joking. It's top to work for. It's Grumpy. But yeah, let's see how Melwin does. He was a driver that I noticed he picked up a lot of stick, as we've got AERT Geo in the chat with 100 bits. Oi, oi. Big man, thank you, Geo, for the bits. We've got Mirko She with the follow. Thank you very much. Massively appreciated. Welcome in to the channel. But yeah, qualifying. Who's going to be out on track first? Who's going to be the first one to hit the circuit? Nope, we don't do telemetry. We just do a lap data. As Gio again with the 45 bits, you absolute legend. Go on, Gio. Aye, aye. Loving it. Thank you so much, Gio. You know it's appreciated, brother. That's all I have left. Hey, you didn't have to, Gio. You know you didn't have to, brother. But it's appreciated. Really is, honestly. So, a lot of drivers hitting the circuit now. It could be a Haas. It's Robin. Robin taking the top spot in qualifying last week. Is now out on track first. From last stream. Well, you're number one in bits, so he's there to be beaten. That's all I'll say. But yeah, Robin, with a good result last week, a 40 RT, but it just didn't convert into the race for Robin. The race pace just wasn't there. Bit of a fall from grace. You know, in regards to how well they did in qualifying to where they ended up at the end of the race. So let's hope for a better one here this evening for Robin. Can they do it again here in qualifying? Am I mod? I can make you a mod. Give me a sec. I think I did make you a mod, Grumpy, but I'll just double check. As we've got 45 viewers. Let me just make Grumpy a mod. 89 and asking for Twitch mod. There you go, Grumps. You're a mod, mate. So you crack on, do whatever you're doing in the chat. So here we go with Robin down to Schumacher corner. And nicely off the apex there. Good exit. Now, can they carry this? Oh, bit of a snap mid-corner. He's in the car just trying to get out a bit out of shape. Hey, 89, mate. I'll give your mum a 6. Go on, Grumpy. But Robin now in the Haas. Making the way through the circuit. Is this going to be a good lap time? We've got quite a bit yet to wait till the Sector 2 split. You can see it at the end of this straight and then through them two corners in between turns. Is that 12 and 13? Yep, 12 and 13. As we get FVR Kai in the chat. How are we doing, Kai? Robin with a 106 there, and I think it's backed out of that. I think a 105 would probably be the standard. Hi, says Kai. Hi, brother. I don't know. I mean, it could be quicker. I'm not 100%, but I know Melwin was behind, and Melwin has invalidated. Let's have a jump on with Andy. Andy also invalidating. Let's have a look at the Ferrari driver. Risk has not invalidated as of yet, as we get Epic Vale on the top with a 126.815. Cracking time there from Epic Vale. As we get Azim in ET8 once again turning up here this evening, a 126.647. Yeah, Melwin's silent. Here we go with Risk to the line. Risk up into P3 in the Ferrari. We've got Caden in at P2 for 126.692. It's very close in qualifying on these opening laps. Let's have a look at SCI feed it in the McLaren. Where's the other ET8 driver? Is the other ET8 driver out on track? Epic Vale, that been pushed down to P4 now. Good banker though. These are good banker laps from the lads. As it looks like Feed It may have backed out of the lap here. Yeah, 100% maybe going for another run like a couple of drivers. As Andy deciding to go again. Yeah, Andy's fueled up for another run here. After an invalidations. As Grumpy put a thingy out. Who will get pulled? My prediction. I'm going to go with Caden. I think Caden's got it. I know Azim and ET8 look very strong, especially after last week's performance. As we get Andy pulled in the chat. And we know Andy's got some decent pace. Wasn't quite there last week. I will admit, I did expect a bit more from him after the Canada qualifying, but Bahrain could have just been a bad race. I mean, Australia could have just been a bad track for Andy. So let's hope that Andy can do well here. He's doing another run here in qualifying. First lap got away from him. Realised that the time just wasn't going to be there. But yeah, who do you think will get pole? Come on, people, get your votes in the chat. There's 47 of you sat there. Come on. Let us know in the chat who's taking pole position for the race here in qualifying. Like I said, I'm going to go with Caden. Just after last year's performance, how well he did. Andy up into P14. Was roundabout where we seen him in Canada last week, I think. I'm just going to quickly grab something just while everybody's in the pits. So yeah, Andy doing a bit better. We got Matteo with the follow. Thank you very much, Matteo. Mods, can he vote? Oh, lucky grumpy lad. So everybody be back into the pits. Melwin did manage to bang out a P5 as we get Max Bricker for TRT, innit? Not VNT. Legit says who voted anyway. How many votes have we got, Grumps? Come on. There would be no votes anyway. Has anybody put any names in? Game's gone, mate. Says Ethan. Yeah, pretty much is Ethan. That 10 on AERS screams grumpy. Who voted other? Someone voted other. Oh, Christ. We've got Ryan, IRT, Ryan in the chat. How are we doing, Ryan? We're on board. Let's watch Azim. I mean, I know we were going to watch Max Bricker, but Azim has the fastest lap in qualifying so far with the 126.647. Can they improve? As we get Adam in the chat. How are we doing, Adam? Thank you for joining us here for round 2. And we are at Bahrain. Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Just trying to crack on with life, as we all are. But Azim on his outlap. Can he improve? We've got Risks out on the circuit as well, looking to improve. Currently P3. And a lot of drivers getting back out onto the circuit earlier. Grumpy do pole. Hey, Grumpy, we'll have to get... I don't know if you've got one. We need an AERS GIF, like little thingy, so I can put that in. Because it was nothing but old leagues that was in last week, so we need to get some AERS stuff put in, mate. As now Azim starts his second run of the evening. Can he improve on his current lap time? The V-carb looking nicely through turns 1, 2 and 3. As we run down to turn 4 now. Looks nicely through, doesn't seem, seems to be properly in control of that car. And he finds a 10th and a half in Sector 1. Is this going to be ET8's night once again? Are we going to see another ET8 driver on the top step? SCI once again just not at the races. Currently sat in P11 and P17, matching the current race result from last week. That's where Kazizel and Voller finished. So let's hope they can improve on those lap times. And Azim has lost some time through Sector 2, just under 7 thousandths of a second, as he may get a bit of traffic. Oh, I thought he was going to get the Mercedes in his way there, as he makes his way through turn 14. How the fuck have I got 6k points? Not a clue, Ryan. But here we go. Azim, he does improve by over a 10th and a half, sorry, and it's a 126.482. Caden currently just starting his lap, going through turns 1, 2 he goes, through 3, into the straight line mode area, and I was right on the straight line modes zones as well. Weren't hard to really pick them, but we hit the nail on the head, people. Here we go, Caden to the line, and he's up by just under a 10th, 8 thousandths of a second. It was the improvement through Sector 1. If we get Rev Caterpillar in the chat, how are we doing, Rev? Caden, he needs more of improvement. If he wants to take that top spot away from Azim, he needs 2 tenths of it, just over 2 tenths of a second for P1. We'll have to watch for the sector split. We've seen Azim lose time through Sector 2. Are we going to see Caden gain time through Sector 2? As we've got Luke in the chat. Here we go. Caden has managed to find time through Sector 2 as well. 3 thousandths of a second was the improvement. Now he makes his way down to turn 14. Just 2 corners to go here for the AERT driver. Has he improved through those final few corners? Here we go to the line for Caden. What's the improvement? It is an improvement, but a tenth away from P1 goes Caden. As we get Tez, Nevo, enjoy ET8. ET8, brilliant result last week, and looks like they're looking for another podium here this evening. But welcome in, Nevio, if I pronounced that correctly. As we've got 62 people in the stream. How are we all doing, people? As we see Epic Vale, we must have had a disconnection, joining us back there. As people now making their way into the pits. I think Ward has, yeah, Ward definitely on his way back into the pits. Majority of these drivers will be on the way back in. Look at Robin. Robin stole qualifying last week with a brilliant result. And is just not in the races. We've got FVR Matt 7 in the chat. Go FVR. And FVR P3 and 4. This will be a great result for the team if they can hold on to it. But it looks like the Cole just not at the same pace as his teammate down in P9, where Caden sits P2. Just taking a peek. Hi, my fave. Hi, Julie. How are we doing, darling? Hope you're well, sweetheart. And hope you have a beautiful day. There we go. So the drivers now will be preparing for their final runs here in qualifying. Just a 10th splits Azim and Caden. Is Azim going to improve through Sector 2? That's where we've seen him lose time as we get Leland 2020 with the raid. Thank you very much, Leland. Leland, massively appreciated. Lee, you better. But Lee, massively appreciated. Thank you for the raid. So yeah, final runs here in qualifying. TRS Andy making his way into the pit lane as we get Max Bricker out on the track first. So we will watch this one all the way through. Can he improve on a currently P7? We've got Johan Begrade. Massively appreciated, Lee. Always appreciated when someone raids the stream. And looks like Grumpy knows you, so it's even better when someone knows who it is. Because I have had it where I've not known them. But it's always appreciated. VMV team struggling at the moment, down in P18, P19 currently. As I said, I mean, it sounds like I'm probably having a bit of stick at SCI, but I'm not. They're the reigning champions, so you go off how they performed in their previous season. And so far, boys, as we get Eon, it's raided with one. Thank you very much, Eon. I don't know how to pronounce it. Eowyn. Or wine. Is that how it is? Are you Welsh? Owen or Ian, thank you very much. I'm Nigerian. Oh, nice! Big raid, yeah, big raid. 72 people watching the stream, loving the numbers. Come on, people. Who's winning qualifying? Does Azim have it in his locker to hold on to P1? Max Bricker actually down in Sector 1, so that's not going to be a good outing for him. Backed out the lap very, very early. I mean, how can we not watch P1? Let's have a watch with the Ferrari, boys. Let's watch Risk. Can Risk improve on P3? Needs just under over 2/10 of a second to claim pole, but we know that Azim's got time in Sector 2. He's Irish. It's pronounced. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. This, I'm just going to call you Owen. Olowin, I think that's how you pronounce it. I had a crack at it anyway. So everybody lining up for the final runs of the evening, looking very busy down that back straight. Very busy, everybody lining up. I think they have plenty of time to maybe just hold off a little bit. But Azim has started his final run of the evening. But here we go with Riz. Can he improve on P3? As here we go, on board with the Ferrari driver of FBR. Let's see what he can do here on the final runs of the evening here at Bahrain. Turn 1 took nicely, through 2, then through 3. Looked a bit sketchy on the curb there, a bit of a wiggle from the car. As he now makes his way through turn 4. And here comes the sector split. Has there been an improvement through sector 1 from Riz? There is. 0.06 of a second improvement through sector 1. He needs more. Let's just keep an eye on Azim. Azim will be going over the line very, very soon. I think he's currently just making his way down to turn 14 as we speak. But Riz with the great, and there we go. He did cross the line at 120. It's 6.458. Not much of an improvement, but still an improvement. Can Caden find the time just to take pole position away from him? Caden yet to cross the line. I think he's currently going through turn 14, 15 he goes. Melwin up into P2, knocking Caden down. Caden across the line. And I don't think there was an improvement from Caden, but here comes Risk round the final corner. Caden still yet to cross the line. Here we go with Risk. Is there an improvement? There is, and it's Risk to P4. Where's Caden? Here he is, up to the line for Caden. Caden does it on the final run. The final run of the evening. Caden snatches pole position away from ETA Azim with a cracking lap of 126.429. Caden, take a bow, son. Take a bow. And that is qualifying over. Give me my points back. How we doing, SCI Spark? Welcome, welcome. We got ART, Botty, get the in. Exactly. Caden with a brilliant result. Justin with the gifted subs once again. Absolute legend, Justin. Legend. This man's going to go down in history. Here we go again. Another one. Give me on my back. Credit card. But there we go. ART Justin with the lap of qualifying. A 126.429. Put the time on the board when it mattered. And stole pole position away from ETA Azim. Again, SCI not having the strongest result in qualifying. And now it boils down to this Ferrari. Good result for them. P3 and 4. Yeah, make sure you thank Justin in the chat. If you did receive the gifted sub from him. Enjoy your ad-free viewing for the month. 48 gifted. Oh my God. Justin, you are a legend in your own way. We've got CPI Finley. Can I have another? Says Finley. Pay out the prediction. Hey, Grumpy sorted it. Grumpy sorted it. We got Rice 762. Grumpy's the mod. Grumpy sorted it. Make sure you tell Grumpy he's got to pay it out. Can I have your controller? Do a poll for where Caden finishes. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Go on, Grumps, if you're there, mate. If I had a guaranteed mod, because Grumpy does, I think he does float from channel to channel. But it would be good if I could have like a guaranteed mod here every week, putting up these thingies, because I ain't got a clue. Oh, thank you, Grumpy. What a lap from Caden. What a lap. And I have a lend of 1,000. What do you need 1,000 fucking quid for? We love betting. I think everybody does cheers secretly. A cheeky little gamble. Why not? Why not? Faith, and if you are watching over on TikTok, Faith is my daughter's name, by the way. Hello, darling. How are we doing? 1,000 in, 3,000 back. Yeah, that's how, I mean, yes to betting. But absolutely, who will get pulled? 5.4k go to, I think that was whoever was asking for the payout. They won 5.4k. $1,000 on Hull to win the league. Where will Caden finish, people? Get your predictions in chat. Can he hold on and take the race win here at Bahrain? Or is somebody else going to steal the win away from him? It can be all about the overcut or undercut. To jinx him, man. 72% DNF. I'm going now. Enjoy SCI win. Ooh, Owen saying SCI are going to coming back for it. Well, we'll see, Owen. Take care, buddy. Thank you for joining us in the stream. Here we go. It's 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights here at race 2 at Bahrain. And we are underway. And it looks like P2. It looks like Azim got an absolute flyer off the start there. As they all make their way down to turn 1. Looks like Caden trying to defend. Trying to hold on from Azim. As we get a bit of lag there. Ward has left the session. But Ward facing an early desync. Could cost him heavily in this race. But Caden getting away nicely. As we get 3 wide between Epic Vale, Melwin and Risk. All battling for position. Bit of wheel banking going on here. Who can hold on to the lead? Looks like Risk has kept it where Melwin has had to settle in. Oh no, Melwin's kept it, sorry. And Risk has had to settle for P5 currently with Epic Vale splitting the Ferrari team. ET8 though getting very close on the exit of that corner to the back of Caden. Are we going to see an all-out battle for P1? We've got Hector going past Cole there, taking P7, but Cole fighting it back. Can he get round the outside? He just can't. Has to settle in behind the Aston Martin of Hector. Caden has already teleported 3 times in less than a lap. Not 100% sure, Matteo, what that is aimed at. Might be in part of the rules, I'm not 100% sure. But we carry on with Azim right on the back of Caden. He's going on the attack. He wants the race lead here on lap 2. Can he get it? He's got the inside line. It looks like he breaks a little bit later. Contact in the background there. Caden suffering a bit of contact. I think it was from Epic Vale. As Caden now going on the attack against Melwin. Melwin up into P2. Taking advantage. Epic Vale. Yeah, I think it was Epic Vale. Melwin taking advantage of the chaos that unfolded in front of him and moved up into P2. Caden with that contact, making contact with the back of the Ferrari now. As the SCI boys, pretty good start. P12, P13. Can they make any moves from here? Look at the Audi boys as well. They're having a good result, up to P9 and 10. As Ward, I think, yet to come back and suffering for it. Had great pace last week. Great strategy mind as well. But the desync has really cost him massively here. So Azim now leading the race as we round turn 15, and now on the rundown to the start finishing line. And can Melwin get close to Azim? Azim with a 129.874. And this is where the strategies start to kick in. Lap 2. Do they go on the attack? I think if you're Melwin, you're watching for a mistake. Sitting behind, try and save some tyres. And speaking of tyres, so majority on the halves, we've got Leo, Gabza, Fedit, Emilio, Jerome, and Raphael, and TRT Robin, all on the mediums. So which strategy is going to pay dividends here? Obviously, the hard runners being in front of the medium runners will have the advantage quite the way through the race. Obviously, if you're on the mediums, you need to make as many moves as possible while you have the pace. And if you can't, then it's more advantageous for the hard runners as they are in front of you. You can't make moves. And you've either got to go for a big undercut and hope that tyres last, or you've just got to race your own race and see if anything happens, unfolds in front of your. Time penalties. As we've got Papachilo, let us see tyres, please. Your wish is my command. I will leave them on the screen for you. There we go. As we've got Francesco Lago in the chat, 6-7. How we doing? We've got Giovanni. Thank you for the follow. Massively appreciated. You're more than welcome, mate. You're more than welcome. Epic Vale now with the fastest lap. ETA really are showing up in this championship. Been a great addition. Really have brought the battles in these opening 2 races of the season. Weren't quite there in qualifying last week, but the race pace from ETA has shown and paid off in huge amounts, with a 31-point lead already in the championship for the constructors. A team really, I mean, the Ferrari team are closest at the minute to potentially getting a 1-2, and that's what teams need to be getting now. 1-2s. ETA have set the bar high this season with that opening win, with that opening 1-2, and the way they are racing so far, looks like they could definitely be on for either another 1-2 or at least a 1-3 here at Bahrain. But we're still early on lap 4. Not really much going on. No moves really being made. Obviously, after a certain amount of laps, we've got AERS Caden just on the rear diffuser of Epic Vale. Let's have a look a bit further back. We've got Raphael. He's out of side the straight line mode. As Ward managed to get back in, he has. And we know Ward, he will continue on. Anything can happen in racing. Safety car, could be a crash in front that could gain them a few more places. And we know that Ward does genuinely have some good race pace. So keep an eye on him. I don't think P19 will be his finishing position, but who knows, as we now move into lap 5. We've got IRT Ollie in at P11 behind Gabza. And he is on the hards, and he's in between the mediums. It would have been nice for him to potentially get past the medium runners, but obviously the mediums had the better grip off the start. So the race will come to him. He will start gaining positions as Andy, the big man, picking up a 3-second time penalty so early on here. But some could be due to just hard racing, just being a run a bit wide. Who knows? Let's see in the stewards whether he can get that removed, or are we going to see more penalties for Andy as this race proceeds on. So yeah, Ollie will eventually be making moves. I'd say around lap 7 we'll see him putting the VMV drivers under a bit more pressure, with their mediums really showing the signs of fading. So yeah, just a couple more laps to go for Ollie before he can start the progression past the VMV drivers. Max Bricker in at P6 for VNT, no, TRT, sorry. But their teammate down in P21 currently. I bet for Robin it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be a big hit mentally to win the first qualifying of the season, and then just to have that big fall from grace so early on can really play havoc with a driver's mind, as we see Cole getting past Hector and Cole making moves back to P7, and Cole just has Max Bricker in front of him. Nothing's really changed at the top, just kind of stayed settled down now, with Melvin feeling the pressure from Epic Vale. Epic Vale really close to the back of Melvin. But with Melvin having that straight line mode as well, just keeps Epic Vale at bay. And I mean, Melvin in a prime position, as we get Matu in the chat. How are we doing, Matu? Welcome in. We've got 76 viewers. How are we all doing, people? But yeah, Melvin, kind of in the best place. You always want to be either P1 or 2 in a race. Depending on some circuits, P2 or 3 as well. It's always good to be leading a race, but when it comes down to them final few laps, you really are feeling the pressure. As, I mean, ETA, if they really wanted to work together here, I'm sure they could potentially get Epic Vale past Melvin. But Melvin, we know he's a wise old fox, and he will see that coming. The team are obviously going to want a P1-2 to hold on to the lead of the race, as we seen from Ferrari on Friday night. If Epic Vale can just get in front of Melwin. And then maybe Epic Vale doing a bit of a hold-up job, making sure they secure a race victory with Azim dancing off into the distance. But it's always good to have a driver splitting the teams. That's what we hoped from Stanislav on Friday night. He did try and split the Ferraris on the opening laps, but just didn't have the pace. And John, like I said in the intro, had one hell of a stellar defence. Bit unfortunate for Caden after the contact from Epic Vale. I'm sure that will be a thing that will be looked at the end of this race. Did look like he just caught himself out. Epic Vale just missed his braking point ever so slightly and just turned Caden sideways, but very unfortunate for him. Has Grumpy jinxed him with the voting? We'll have to wait and see as we move on to lap 8 now. And those mediums in that middle pack with Gabza and Leo will be starting to show signs of effect. I mean, look at how close Ollie is, and Ollie being able to break that a little bit later, gets past one of the Audis. Can he get Gabza just running the driver off the road a bit there? Ollie didn't quite look the cleanest of overtakes as we see Leo try and have a little look back on Ollie, but now Ollie's got to close that gap to Gabza as Gabza is falling away from the pack. And if Ollie can get past, now he's kind of going to be in a very lonely race with that top 8 drivers just pulling away off into the distance. 1.6 seconds is the gap between VMV, Gabza and QDR Hector in P8. So we're starting to see little battles forming. The battle for P14 is between Marco and Jerome. The battle for P16 is between Ward, Speed Demon and Raphael. And then the battle, I mean, Robin's in a kind of a lonely race. So's Lou and Andy already pitting onto a set of mediums. Are we seeing a potential 2-stop here from Andy? I think he started on the mediums. Or did he get damaged and has had to pit? I mean, his car looks damaged. I mean, that's one hell of a messed up car. No middle part of the front wing. But hey, he continues on racing. And these drivers will be out for a number of laps. Melwin did take the lead of the race. Now we've got Epic Vale and Azim going on the attack. Epic Vale going to try and go all the way around the outside here. Can he get the move done against Melwin? No, we can't. And now, this is prime opportunity for the V-Carb team. As Caden down the inside. What a move from Caden to go for P3. That was absolutely brilliant. Sin the gap, went for it. And what a move by the AERT driver. It's still not signed, sealed and delivered yet. He's got to go around the outside. He should have the better pace on the run down to the corner. But Epic Vale steps in, helps his teammate out there as we get TRS Andy has left the session and a DNF from Andy. That's very unfortunate. But yeah, Caden did go for the move. We thought that move was going to be done for him, but Epic Vale, Azim fighting it back. Defense from Azim was great. Caden looking like he might have had a bit of a moment out of turn 13 there, but did look like a bit of lag. As Risk has just been watching these battles unfold in front. Risk currently in at P5. And any mistakes from the drivers in front will see him move up into positions, potentially a podium. But once again, Melwin leading the pack down to turn 1. And Caden shows some strong pace so far. And he looks like he is hungry for positions. Wants that race lead back. Yeah, at Bahrain, and a bit of a Constantina effect there as they all slowed down. Just a minor contact on the back of the cars, and it looks like Caden might have the setup for this sector 2 as he does get held up by Epic Vale there, which nearly let Risk through into P4. Epic Vale just trying to hang Caden out to dry as we've got Cole. Cole is making some great moves here, and he's here now to help his teammate. He knows his teammate is feeling the pressure from the drivers. Can Cole throw it round the outside? He can't. But I tell you what, Cole is showing some strong race pace here from where he started. He did start a bit further back than his teammate and has managed to now find himself in P6. Just one position behind his teammate. And we could have some strong battles here. ETA versus Ferrari versus AERT for the win. That's how it's shaping up so far, people. We could be treated to one hell of a fight in that second stint. So make sure you stay tuned, stay locked in, because this race could be anybody's. With 3 teams all battling it out for the race win. And now Cole, right on the back of his teammate. Caden can feel some sort of pressure relief now, knowing that his teammate's in behind him, and Risk cannot go on the attack because he knows Cole will defend him. But basically, ETA and AERT in an FVR sandwich currently. And FVR definitely having a better result than they did last week. I mean, FVR finished the race P20 and P21. And it shows you that, you know, tracks are very much reliant on the drivers. Like, is it their favourite race? Do they enjoy the circuit? If you don't enjoy the circuit, you're not really going to do well. And Melwin does seem to be a fan of Bahrain. And a few drivers do look like they're enjoying this race. Watching for any weaknesses, signs of maybe potentially going on the attack. When they spot that weakness, we've got Epic Vale right on the rear diffuser of Melwin now. Are we going to see Epic Vale go for the race lead here? He is very, very close. Caden is hungry for positions. That lad is hungry. He's got the inside line. Azim will have the outside. He'll have the outside now. Has he got the pace? Down to turn 4. Caden, he's got the outside line. He'll have the better traction. Can he get the move done? Azim fighting this one back. And again, Azim with a great defense. He teleported into Vale's DRS, then went back 20 meters. It's something that you'll have to discuss in the stewards, mate. If that's what you're saying, then I'll believe you. You can see him lagging a tad. I've just seen a bit of a lag spike. Oh, unlucky, Andy. Unlucky, mate. GG's for the effort, brother. Get on with it. Go on, Gio. Yeah, he is. You can see the lag spikes as he's making his way through the circuit. But we've only had one pit stop so far. Medium runners still yet to pit. As we do see the medium runners now start to pit. Apart from Feddy has actually pitted. We do have a couple of pit stops. Robin has pitted. Rafael. So, yeah, Grumpy. Caden's Wi-Fi isn't ideal today. He's getting internet fitted on the weekend. So with the pit stops, will Feddy come out in front of his teammate? He's darting down the start finishing line, and with the undercut does manage to get in front of Leo. Can Epic Vale save some battery? Oh, 0 practice. Unlucky, Andy. We did miss Caden passing Azim. Well played, Ryan, but Caden has managed to reclaim one of the positions he lost. But but now finds himself in P3. He just needs to make 2 more positions if he wants to finish where he started in this one. Melwin once again with the pressure from Epic Vale. And is Epic Vale going to look for the move? Melwin defending. We've got Cole going for the move in the background. Bit of contact between Azim and Cole. Jeez, it's all going on here. Epic Vale is feeling the pressure from Caden. Caden wants P2, but can't get past Epic Vale. I'm just going to ignore the chat as we get Azim feeling the pressure from Cole. Can Cole get the move done? Azim around the outside. You can see Caden trying to battle for position in front. It's a great little angle for the battles, but Cole just not able to get past Azim. Maybe try and do a bit of a recharge and go back on the attack. But good exit there from Cole. And he's got a good run now down to the next corner. Can Caden? Caden probably could have given him a bit of slipstream there. But Cole could have tucked it as well. Sorry, I'm suffering a bit with the hiccups as I usually get when I'm doing the comms. So probably going to see, I would say, at least about 5 more laps on these hards from these drivers. May see one driver try and go for the undercut in the team. I mean, Cole has showed some really strong pace for AERT. The moves he's made to get up to the position he's in, absolutely brilliant. And already he's going on the attack. Here's Cole. Does he get Azim into turn 1? Was that a bit of contact with his teammate there? As we see a bit of front wing flying off one of the cars. Who lost some front wing? We can't really see. It definitely wasn't Cole or Azim. It's got to be one of the drivers in behind. Was it the Aston? No. Was it the Merc? No. It was the Ferrari. Risk losing some of his front wing on lap 15. And that's going to put him under immense pressure. You can see his cornering wasn't great. Exit wasn't great neither. And he may lose 2 positions here as they go into the straight line mode zone. Can't risk, hold on. The pit stop is going to see him lose positions because he's definitely going to get that wing changed. The pressure he's feeling at the moment in time, he does not need for the rest of this race. Swear Dawid has had damage every race this game. Oh, unlucky to him. Unlucky. As we get Jerome with a 3-second time penalty on lap 15 now. But the AERT boys putting themselves in a strong position. P3 and P4. They are taking the fight to ET8 here at Bahrain. Melwin feeling the pressure from Epic Vale. And Epic Vale moves into the lead. Now is Caden smelling blood. Is he going to go in the attack against the Ferrari? Melwin defending, putting the Ferrari in the right place to stop any potential attacks from Caden. But Caden has looked quick through Sector 2. As this is forming up to be one hell of a race. Will we see one of the AERT boys jumping into the pits for an undercut to try and help one another out? If anything, Cole needs to get in and try and get in front of Epic Vale, but there's still a few laps left here to go on these hard compounder tyres. You want the best tyres you possibly can for the end of the race. We did see it last time out with Ward making some moves, trying to gain positions. The tyres did level out towards the end, but they're all on the same compounder tyres. And 1 lap difference can be massive in these league races. So as we move on now to lap 17. Yep, lap 17. As we see Risk pitting in the background. Will it be a wing change for the Ferrari driver? Let's see if they have the wing ready. And I think we do. You can see him picking it up there, and they do. So Risk going for it. He needs to change that wing. We've seen him struggling, losing positions. So hopefully he can regain some positions now on the mediums. His paces looks pretty decent. But as I said, he will start losing positions now after this pit stop. Hector doing all right for the Aston Martin team. Currently in at P6. His teammate, though, down in P21. So Hector doing it all for the team here this evening, trying to get as many points as he can for them. But yeah, FBR, even if it stays as is, going to be a great result for them. Going to pull them off the bottom of the championship, hopefully. An AER team with ET8. Now just a bit further back, we've got Azim, obviously, in at P5. So, I mean, AERT are going to close the gap as we do get Azim and Max Bricker into the pits. Azim going for the undercut on the drivers in front. Is he going to get out in front of the whole pack here? Because this could push the pit stops now. As Azim onto the mediums. Ward as well onto the mediums. Fleur, everybody going onto the medium compounder tyres that started on the hards. You can see this battle. Look at it. Cole just having to avoid contact with the rear of his teammate there. You see him just pulling out of the way so he didn't break any of his wing. But one of these drivers is going to suffer in the pit stops. As we see Caden trying to go on to the attack against Epic Vale. And Melwin. Can Melwin get in front of Epic Vale? He does. Melwin moving into the lead of the race. Once again. And Epic Vale now into P2 with Caden just watching on in the background. Who pits first? Will it be Caden or will it be Cole? I think if Melwin and Epic Vale stay out, Caden will stay out as well. So it'll be worth Cole getting into the pits, trying to cut off Azim. As we do get the front three. I think Caden's trying to go for an overtake in the pits. And Caden has actually got the position away from Epic Vale in the pits. So where is it? Where is Azim? Azim heading down the start-finish straight. And he will take the lead of the race here, well away from Melwin. And he's got a pretty decent gap. And cars in between him for the other drivers to contend with and get past. So this could be Azim dancing off into the distance. As Leo is on 6-lap old hard compounder tyres. But he's timed that pit stop perfectly, did Azim. And now it's all about what can Melwin, Caden, Epic Vale, what can these boys do? Can they catch back for the lead of the race here? They have 10 laps to do so. But I honestly think Azim may have called it perfectly with the pit stop. As we get contact with Melwin and Leo there. So Cole will now pit. He'll feel the pain, but he will have that 1 lap fresher tyres. I'm sure he's pushed like crazy on this in lap. But Azim, I think, has gained around a second on this lap alone. So there goes Cole into the pits. Azim rounding turn 14, going through turn 15 now. Yeah, and I think ETA might have won this one. It's just what I think. But I think Azim, yeah, has called it perfectly. And I think the battle now is all about P2. A speed demon now with the 3-second time penalty as well. We've got 86 viewers in the channel. Thank you so much for joining us here on the commentator channel with AERS. And we are on race 2. It is Bahrain, ET8, in a position that we seen them last week, leading the race, going for the win. Can they get the job done? I mean, for me personally, I think Melwin and Caden need to start turning into best mates and kind of using one another to close the gap to Azim, or this is going to be an easy win for the ET8 driver after a perfectly timed pit stop. Let's have a look a bit further back as we've got SCI Emilio going for the move. SCI now into the point scoring positions, but can they maintain it till the end of the race? As Epic Vale has had an epic moment here this evening, a desync from P5. Are we going to see Epic Vale lose more positions here, as Cole will be sensing it? Oh dear, in the chat from Gio. I'm sure the ET8 boys are trying to get an invite out, as we do see QDR Hector in a battle once again with Cole, getting the position away from Cole. Epic Vale has joined back. Has he been able to maintain the position, or can Hector get back in front of him before he gets back into his car? And this would be the point where he'd need to get it in these corners. As we get Leo has joined as well. We've had another desync. Bad corner there from Hector. Sees Epic Vale maintain the lead. In at P5, you can see Hector, he really is trying to push, get in front of Epic Vale before he gets back into his car. But I think Epic Vale may be back in the seat and back in control. Doesn't look like it as of yet, but as his car still is ghosted. We've got Max Bricker with the penalty as well in front. We've got Caden having a look at Melwin, and Melwin swerving right into Caden there. He nearly put poor Caden into the wall. Melwin. We've got AERT Joseph. Come on, the AERT lads. Melwin Bin Laden. That was definitely not ideal. The foot melt, exactly, Andy. I need to hire someone that stands in the corner of the screen for Andy. I'm not taking the piss out of Andy, by the way, but because he is deaf. So if we could have someone signing everything for him, it'd be easy for him to follow the comms. I mean, you can obviously follow the race. As we get VZN Caden, I think, saying hello to Spark there. As we get Cole getting past Epic Vale here. Epic Vale under pressure. Epic Vale losing positions there. Has lost the 2 positions. And now down to P7. 89 people in the chat. Come on, chat. Can we make it to 100? Are we going to see that magic number in the chat? Invite your friends. Invite your family. Come on. Let's get 100 people in the stream for these final few laps. The battle is on. Can Caden and Melwin catch Azim in P1? I mean, I think personally Azim's got this signed, sealed, delivered. Max Bricker doing an absolutely amazing job where he is at the minute in at P2. A place where he wasn't earlier on in the first stint, but Caden shooting it down the inside. And he gets past Max Bricker. Now Max Bricker is going to be under pressure from Melwin. Can Melwin get the move done against Max? He's in the toe of Caden. Gets a bit caught up there. Now he has the pace. No, he doesn't quite have the pace there. Melwin does get the position back. Now, as we get Robin with the 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Yeah, well in from Caden. And now they've just got to chase down Azim. Has Caden got the pace? I think Azim, I think this is Azim's race. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do we think in the chat that Azim has got this race in the bag for ET8, bringing home more points for the team? We've got Epic Vale in P5, did manage to get past Cole and Hector once again. So a nice little battle going on for P5 here between these three drivers. We've seen a lot of swapping going on. So Cole currently leading, and I think Cole had the pace in that first stint. He looked strong. But with staying out that one lap longer, I don't quite know why the teams didn't maybe split the strategy with Cole potentially going on to the mediums at the start. I think that would have probably paid off a bit better for the AERT team. Because Cole, like I said, has shown some really good pace. I think he would have done very well starting on the mediums and going on to the hards. Probably would have been in Max Bricker's position. Or maybe even getting out in front of Azim, which would have helped the team. You versus Josh. Bet me you versus Josh. Says Caden in the chat. We've got TRT Robin with the 3-second time penalty. Come on, people. Still at 89. Just 11 more people for that magic 100. Can we do it, chat? Can we make it another memorable stream here on the commentator channel? As they just dropped down to 77. So no, we can't. Race day graphics for 19 seconds of pens. Nice. But Max Bicker does have a time penalty. Let's have a quick look at the penalties as they stand. So yeah, TRT Robin with the 19-second time penalty. Raphael with the 3. Jerome with a 6. And the rest of the drivers who do have penalties all on 3-second time penalties. We don't need the tyres now. I think everybody knows what everybody's gone on to. So we can hide all that. Crikey, says Gio in the chat. As you get feet SCI, I feel like I'm going in on the SCI team, but has something happened within the team? Because this is not the same team we seen last season. We're gonna win a race. Holy, as we get Pro Ultra in the chat. How are we doing, Pro? Yeah, he timed the pit stop perfectly. The boys that pitted a lap after him got in a bit of got stuck behind Max Bricker. So it's been a bit of an easy race for him. If Melvin and Caden can work together if they would have started working together from the time they got past Max, maybe they could have closed the gap. They have brought it down by 0.3 of a second, but yep, Azim looks like he's set for the race win here at Bahrain. As we get Maple, Canada, Richmond Hill in the chat from Justin. As we get Francesco Lago as well in the chat. We get BRT Monza. How we doing, BRT Monza? The race has been a great one here this evening. Some strong battles. Bad moments that could have cost people races. 2 seconds off a lap off. Fleur and Leo having a bit of a battle in the background for P15. As Leo comes out on top, but doesn't have straight line mode. And we're going to see Fleur try and go for the move. Just not enough pace down the straight there for Fleur to try anything. It's been a bad race for HLR. I mean, last week scoring P5, which was their highest result from Fleur. So again, a few drivers having a bit of a fall from grace compared to the first race of the season. Yeah, as Ward did have a desync at the beginning, Joseph, which cost him heavily. But I tell you what, hats off to him again. Showed great race pace. And if he can finish this race in the top 10, I'm sure he'll be proud of what he's achieved after the desync. What it could have been for him, as we see Cole trying to line up a move on Epic Vale. As these are closing the gap ever so slightly to Max. Big P12 for the bands. Says Risk for Risk. He is the GOAT, bro. He is very good. He could have, I mean, he got a podium last year. I think it would have been a bit closer. He potentially could have gone for the win with the strategy that he used. Very well played by Ward. But yeah, Caden could have had his race thrown away here by Epic Vale. A number of laps ago, Epic Vale just slightly missing his braking point and turning Caden sideways. Fortunately enough for Caden, he was able to get that car back in a straight line and able to fight for the podium. Only lost a couple of positions, but since then he's been pushing to try and gain positions. Melwin, it was Melwin. I think Melwin's been in a bit of a moment as well with Caden. Will Caden put a ticket in for that? It was a very forceful move out to his right to try and spook Caden. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Call in Fartic. Why do we need to call in Fartic? Pro Ultra. I know Melwin races in races with Infartic. I do follow Infartic. Go on, Karen. Says Josh. How we doing, Josh? Caden. Yeah, Caden's done very well. It should be a better position for him. I think in reality, he should be sat in at P2 in front of Melwin, but it is what it is. I'm sure he could potentially get it back at the end of this one with that moment that we've seen between Melwin and Caden. But we are now moving on to the final lap of the race. Caden eyeing up a P2. Max Bricker looking to try and steal a podium away from Melwin. He does have the tyre difference, I think, is about a lap, as we see Melwin once again pushing Caden right over to the edge of the track, trying to defend, as there we see Caden outbraking himself. And now is Bricker going to go past Caden with a 3-second time penalty? Support from Iraq Airfield. Are you life bout? Are you serious? Can't part there, mate. But support from Iraq Airfield. Go on. There's no way. That's Caden into the wall. His race absolutely ruined. I missed the initial contact, but Caden, what has happened? Cole, though, up into P3. This could be, even though we've seen Caden lose positions, Cole on the podium. P12 Dirty War. Yeah, but it's been a great race from Azim. ET8 back-to-back wins. Another win here for the ET8 team, as Azim played it absolutely perfectly. Pitted early, went for the undercut. Max Bricker in between the other drivers. And it's going to be ET8 once again with the win here, with Azim crossing the line and wins the race at Bahrain with Melwin P2. How long for? Cole in at P3, Epic Vales P4, Hector P5. And where is he? The man that had the pace to win this comes across the line in P13, then loses a position due to the time penalty. But thanks for joining us from the Iraq. Support from the Iraq airfield, from Lifeboat. Thank you very, very much. But what a race, Azim. Improving the lead of ETA in that Constructors' Championship. Melwin, will he hold on to P2 after some suspicious moments in the race were looked very, very aggressive? Cole, my driver of the day, has played a blinder as Cole. From where he started in quali to where he's finished this race, very, very commendable from Cole. Showed strong pace. And I didn't think he'd be able to get a podium after the pit stop. I'll be honest with you, I really didn't think he would be able to. But he pulled it off. And we might feel sorry for Caden, but AERT does have a man on the podium, and his name is Cole. But the man of the hour, the man of the evening, Azim, Gigi's brother. Absolutely brilliant race from Azim. Pitted early and didn't look back. What do we think in chat? Do we think Melwin will hold on to P2 at the end of that one? No, says Gio. Yeah, I think I can agree with you there, Gio. Oh shit, I forgot to say all them then. But we'll get the results for Grumpy. Here we go. So there we go. ET8 again with the win. Back-to-back wins for the ET8 team. Melwin, potential P2, but could see it disappear. And yeah, there's the rest of the drivers. Who stood out for you this evening? Who was your driver of the day? I mean, Azim did have a good race, but for me, it's Cole every step of the way. It's a good job that stayed on a bit longer. Thanks. You're very welcome, Grumpy. I don't know how I'm going to send it you. God knows. You'll have to talk me through that one, but yeah. But once again, we have been treated to a very good race here at AERS. The Bahrain race. I mean, obviously, I think the only person we've seen, I've a method. Right, good lad, good lad. Let me get back to the chat screen. Whoa, did I just see Raheem Sterling's been charged with something? Let me just check that. Charged after M3 crash. Oh, so he's had a crash. Right, naughty boy. So yeah, ET8 back on top. You know, they've extended that championship lead. Wall there, mate. Ryan with the clips in the chat. But yeah, absolutely brilliant race. And we've got more racing to come here on the channel. We will be covering the AERS console assist race tomorrow evening. So make sure you join me then. I'd like to see all 89 of you in in viewing that one. Sticking around for that. It should be good. We will be joined by Piney Penguin in the comms. So let's see how that one goes. Be the first time I am joining Piney in the comms. So let's hope for a good session. But yeah, tonight been absolutely brilliant. Views-wise, cannot complain. 89 of you. We couldn't quite make it to 100, but you know what? 89 people in the stream, absolutely epic. So yeah, thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to Grumpy for putting the stuff up in the chat so you could all have a bit of a gamble and stuff like that. It's just something that I can't get my head around, so I do apologise. But yeah, make sure you join me tomorrow night. I'll have to do all my reviews and everything in my AERS console NA little book, but that'll be filled with all the seasons goings on and everything like that. But yeah, thank you again to everybody. Much love. Thank you to all the drivers that attended. Without them, obviously, we don't have a race. Congratulations to ETA on another race win on behalf of Azim. Stewards could be busy with a few moments, but we will let you know, obviously, the result of that next week. So for tonight, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you join me tomorrow night, same time, for console assist. Until then, people, take care. As Justin won, I think 9.1k. Go on, Justin. Yeah, until tomorrow night, enjoy the rest of your evening, people. Take care. Much love. One final thing before I will go, actually. As we all know, mental health is a big thing. I suffer with mental health myself. Been going through it a bit at the moment. And if you are out there, please don't sit in silence. My DMs are open. No matter what it is, no matter what you want to talk about, you know, let's be there for one another. We are a community. We're a racing community. So if you are facing any dark times and just need someone to listen, don't be scared to reach out. I'm always willing to give my time to others. But yeah, mental health is a very important thing. Don't lose track of it. Don't overlook it. It will come back to bite you in the ass one day. So yeah, just keep mentally strong, people. Keep moving forward.